Hi class, welcome to Spring 2023 semester Survey of World Religions. I'm your teacher, Anna Choi, and this is a short video just showing you how to navigate Blackboard and making sure that you know where everything is. So here we are, here's our class. The first thing that you'll see when you open it up is an announcement. And the first announcement I put in, there'll be an announcement saying, hey, watch this video. That'll be your first announcement. And then the second one is the spring syllabus, which you really, really, really need to look at very carefully. So I have it as an announcement, and I also have it over here under syllabus. Let's go through the syllabus first before I show you how to navigate Blackboard a little bit. So here's the syllabus. It's online. Here's my name. Here's my email address, though I prefer you contact me through Blackboard. Let me just show you where that is. See this thing right here called Messages, right? I'm not sure how it'll show up on yours, but you would go under Messages and then under here, which is the folder, and then you would create a message and send it to me. The other email, I don't check as often because there's a lot of administrative stuff in there. So these Blackboard messages, I check daily, if not, more than once. And so my response time will be a lot better if you email me through Blackboard. Okay? All right. Let's go look back at our classes. Here we go. So email me through Blackboard. I don't have a phone number because it's going to be email only. If you feel the need to speak with me one-on-one about a test or an assignment or any other thing that you might want to talk to me about, I would email me through Blackboard and suggest 2 or 3 times via Zoom, and I'll set up a Zoom call to talk to you about that one-on-one. Okay? So schedule with me via email. We'll speak through Zoom. Please don't send me an email saying, can we meet through Zoom? Because my schedule is actually much more flexible than yours. So when you email me, suggest 2 or 3 times, and I will confirm one of those times. I don't like the back and forth email about, how's this time? No, I can't make that. How's this time? No, I can't make that. So I'd rather you suggest 2 or 3 times to me, and then I will confirm one of those times. None of this pandemic or COVID information really applies to us unless you happen to catch COVID and you're very sick, in which case you should let me know. This is in the spring. It's online from January 31st to May 4th. The course description is right here under this link. You don't need any prerequisites. And then basically the overview is study of major living religions and how these religions enrich human lives. So basically kind of giving you a survey of these world religions. Study expectations. You are expected to do the assigned readings and work regularly, always checking the syllabus. I would say check the syllabus on a daily basis. If you don't, then you're going to be missing a lot, and then later on when you take the tests, sometimes you'll have no idea where that information is. So just make sure you review your readings, your textbook readings with the PowerPoints for each religion. There are professor videos that accompany those PowerPoints. So I would strongly, strongly encourage you to do that. The professor videos are only about 15 minutes long. So if you feel like, oh gosh, I don't want to watch that, just do it. It'll be really obvious and very helpful when you take the test that you've done your work. Okay? This is a fast-paced, content-driven class. You got to make sure you're paying attention to deadlines. Please don't email me about, oh, let me hand in this deadline, this thing that it's very difficult to open assignments again, especially when people have contributed material, because that actually lets other people know that it's open again, and then it's very confusing. So if you miss a deadline, move on. Just make sure that you signed up for this class, you expected to be fully committed, or at least I expect you to. So if you miss weeks upon weeks of material, I cannot help you there. So do not miss the deadline. Please don't ask me for extensions. Especially don't ask me for extensions for some arbitrary homework assignment that I actually have no idea what you're talking about. So just make sure, or at least let me know beforehand. It's really important that you do the work that's assigned because when you encounter an assignment or a discussion or a test, and you just decide, like, you know what, I'm going to just Google the answers. Oftentimes it doesn't make any sense in the context of the class, and it'll be really obvious. And honestly, I can't give you credit for just Googling answers and cutting and pasting. So I just want to, forewarned, do the work in the class, show me you're doing the work in the class, and have that reflected in the answers that you give on the assignments, discussions, and tests. Your required books are these. The World's Religions by Houston Smith. It's also an ebook. So please don't start the class saying, oh no, I've ordered this book and it's not going to come for 3 weeks. Cancel that order and get the ebook. Same thing with the World's Wisdom by Philip Novak. If you've ordered it, it's not going to come in for several weeks. Go order the ebook and cancel that order because you need those right away. There are also things written in the syllabus which may be website links or other links, so just make sure that you're always checking the syllabus. One thing I want to point out is in World's Wisdom, which are primary texts from each major religion, there is no section on Sikhism. So under the module for Sikhism, I actually have a link for primary Sikh texts, and every time I've taught this class, I've always had 2 or 3 people emailing me say, I can't find the Sikh information in the Novak book. That is because you must read the syllabus. You must read the syllabus, and I've already sent you a website for the Sikh material under the Sikhism module. So just make sure that you click there because there's nothing in the Novak book for Sikhism. In terms of grading criteria, the grade performance will be graded on 3 things: discussions, which is 20% of the grade; 6 tests, which are 10% each, not 70, but 60% of the grade, 10% each, and then assignments, which are 20%. So discussions also kind of includes attendance. So if I'm going to check to see how often you log in, and I expect you to log in at least twice a week for this class. If I notice you haven't been logging in for weeks, I probably will notice that you haven't been doing the discussions or the assignments as well. Just make sure that you don't check your Blackboard grade and say, why is my Blackboard grade this? This is how I'm going to determine the criteria. All of the discussions are going to be 20%. All of the assignments will be 20%. And this is a misspelling. The 6 tests, each of them will be 10% of your grade, 60% total. Okay, I'm going to change that in the syllabus. So just make sure you keep up with the deadlines and you should be fine. Everything is under course content, which I'll show you in a second, all of your materials. But there's also information in the syllabus that you do need to read in terms of additional questions and things like that. So for the first week, it's just going to be kind of easy going because I know some of you are still registering, some of you don't have your books or haven't ordered the ebook, so it's pretty light. But there is going to be a What is Religion quiz at the end, so make sure that you watch the introduction video, this one, by me, participate in the Introduce Yourself, read the PowerPoint calls What is Religion, and watch the accompanying video, do the What is Religion assignment, and at the end of the week, do the quiz. This quiz, I think I'm going to give you 2 hours for that, but just make sure that you have all your materials with you so you're not frantically searching for the information. Then you're going to do 2 weeks, approximately a week and a half to 2 weeks of Hinduism, then a test where you'll have 3 hours to work on it. It'll open and close timed. Then you'll have about a week and a half of Buddhism, same thing. Confucianism, you'll have about a week. You'll have about a week of Sikhism. Then you'll have a test on both of those. 2 weeks on Judaism, 2 weeks on Christianity, and 2 weeks on Islam. And then the last test is not a cumulative final, but just the test on Islam. There is no final exam. All right? So I think it's pretty clear what is expected on the syllabus. Sorry, I have a cough. Over here, you'll see the announcements, which is right here. Here's the syllabus as a link. This is information about me, your instructor. And it's not showing right now because the course is not open yet. And then here is where you'll have introduction to the course will be this is where you'll find the video, and also in the announcements. There's a short video from Professor Matz from Grandview, which is the affiliated university for DMACC, where it explains how you can major or minor in religion, in case this really interests you. Oh, I don't know why I put this in here. I'll just move that. Then you'll have, this is the what is religion thing, everything that you need to do under here, and here's the quiz. So basically under course content, every time you click on a tab, after reading the syllabus of course, you'll have everything that you need. Here's the Hinduism PowerPoint that covers the religion, where I get lots of information from the Smith book. Here are the videos that accompany that PowerPoint that explains it. Here are all the assignments. This is the assigned reading from the Novak book, the Philip Novak book, where you're supposed to read the entire chapter and then post in the discussion. Here are the terms for the test, and then here is the Hinduism test. Those will open and close, well, especially the tests are going to open and close specific to the times that you have. You'll have 2 or 3 days when it'll open. You have 3 hours to take it, and then it'll close at a certain time. Please don't ask for extensions. You're fully aware on the syllabus when these things are due, so just plan accordingly, okay? So then you'll have Buddhism, Confucianism, Judaism, Christianity, and Islam, and then that's it. So I think a lot of it is self-explanatory. Everything that you really need is up here. This is all your additional stuff, but really you have the announcements where I'll make any announcements, and also I'll send you an email. Here's the syllabus. Here's about me, and then course content is the key thing in addition to reading the syllabus. Once again, this is where you'll send me messages under Blackboard messages. I will try to respond within 24 hours, if not sooner. And I look forward to reading your materials and reading the Introduce Me section about who you are. A couple of tips before I close off this video. This is an online class, and because it's an online class, your written word, your written content is the only thing I can evaluate. So when you write your answers, write more than you think you need. Write in complete sentences, not sentence fragments. Write detailed explanatory answers with 2 or 3 sentences, a paragraph, etc. Don't write outlines. Don't write 2 or 3 words strung together, because honestly, I will not understand your answer. It will read as an outline for an answer, but I just don't know your answer. So make sure that you write incomplete sentences. Don't write in sentence fragments. Don't write in, random words. Explain everything. Write as much detail as you can. If you find when you take a test that you're done in half an hour, you're not done. You got to go back and make sure that you answer all of the questions, okay? The last thing is, because it's a religion class, a lot of you have strong religious faiths, strong religious backgrounds, and especially when it comes to Judaism and Christianity and even Islam, you have a lot of personal opinions or personal beliefs regarding those religions. Remember, this is an academic class. This is a survey of world religions, meaning your personal faith has nothing to do with the content of this class. So try to be as objective as you can, be open-minded, take the material, the background material, the historical material, etc., not as a reflection of your own personal faith, but just as content and academic content that you're learning in a class. Okay, so I just want to make sure that you kind of leave your faith at the door and just make sure that you approach each religion equally, with the same academic curiosity. Email me anytime you want. I will respond as quickly as I can. Just make sure that you're always looking at the syllabus for deadlines and always looking under course content. Please don't ask me for extensions. Write as much as you can for the responses, and I look forward to reading your work. All right, thanks. Bye.